So
Now there's no paycheck.
people are losing homes, cars. I mean, and people can't get unemployed. People have been trying to do that. And then the lady that we were just reading about, no. So the thing is, there's no guarantee she'll get that because her husband's still employed with the government, and you have to make a certain amount.
Yeah.
So hopefully they're making like, I guess, like a little bit of breaks for those who are affected by this, so they can get some SNAP benefits. But that's also going to roll into the SNAP program is affected by this as well. I think we talked about it last week. How the SNAP program is worried about, well, food and funding.
Right.
Because of the government.
They gave us our benefits. They gave us our benefits early.
Did you get a letter or anything? Or?
No, they just sent me a text and said, hey, the reason you have more money in your account is we gave you February now, so that you don't have to worry about it. And I'm like, okay, fine.
Which is already scary.
Yeah.
Because that means I'm like, well, come the end of February, what's going to happen after that?
This is crazy. Why has the government issued a second round of furlough notices? Will employees and agencies without funding get back pay? Now that the shutdown has exceeded 30 days, do reduction in force rules apply? How does the shutdown affect? I mean, there's all these, like, I can't imagine it. I would just, what do you do? Do you just quit and you go get another job? What do you do?
Take vacation time and look for another job. I mean, some people have been quitting. A lot of people have been still calling in. Definitely with TSA, they've been calling in a lot. We are not going to have any TSA people, y'all, or air traffic control.
Yeah, it says, so what exactly is the government shutdown? It's exactly what it sounds like. Much of the federal government gets its funding from annual budget appropriations decided by Congress, and the majority of the government has had such funding in place since the budget year began October 1st. The other agencies have been operating on a series of temporary extensions. The last would expire December 21st at midnight. Since funding wasn't enacted for those agencies, they were partially shut down. Some of the employees working at those agencies have stayed on the job nonetheless, while others have been furloughed. In both cases, they will be unpaid because funding authority is restored. So,
this is 32 days. They haven't gotten paid once this year in 2019.
It just blows my mind.
And then, you know, if they do have what's left in whatever savings that they do have as savings, just imagine just falling back on your mortgage and your rent.
Yeah.
You know,
I can't imagine. Well, I'm really lucky. My situation is locked in, so I'm okay. You know.
Oh, don't
I'm
worry.
not paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah.
I'm very lucky that I've saved, so I'm not paycheck.
I mean, but the sad thing is you don't have to be a government employee by this being affected. Like, I tried it. We went to Merle Woods. I couldn't go to the bathroom. You know why? Because the government shut down. I couldn't shit.
Well, people have to be pooping
and then with that, you know what that means? That's when people shit in the woods like that and it piles up. Things happen. Meaning, I don't know, disease. You know, it's plagues and shit. Keep on having shit pile up.
Pelosi said that she called off the State of the Union because the government is closed.
Yeah.
Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, who just wrote a letter to President Trump saying she will not pass a resolution to hold the State of the Union on Tuesday in the House chamber, said she did so because the government is closed.
Yeah. I'm glad she's, you know.
She's a badass. The reporter asked her why she did not invite Trump to speak. Here's how she put it. Because the government is closed. And we've said clearly from the start, when I wrote to him the second time, to say, since the government is shut down, we do not. Let's work together for a mutually agreeable date when we can welcome you to the Capitol to deliver the State of the Union address. The government is still shut down. I still make the offer as for the mutually agreeable date, as the original date, mutually agreeable, so that we can welcome you properly. Trump says, I'm not surprised Pelosi banned me from the White House chamber.
Look at that face.
President Trump was speaking with reporters at the White House when he was informed about House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's letter informing him that the State of the Union won't happen at Tuesday at the House. I'm not surprised, Trump said when a reporter had asked him about the news. It's really a shame what's happening with the Democrats. They've become radicalized.
No, we're not going to give you what you want because you want a fucking law. Here's the thing, you don't have to shut down the government to make policy. This is what you do, this is how you govern.
Yeah.
And plus, who wants, what is he going to say about this in the State of the Union address? Ain't nothing, ain't.
He's gonna say, we need to build a wall, we need to build a wall, we need to
Oh,
build
and here's another one. I think he
wall.
passed it. Mitch McConnell has been hiding. He's the Republican Senate Majority Leader. He is such a little pussy. I don't know who's more of a pussy, him or Sean Spicer. Sean Spicer hiding in the bushes, or this motherfucker just hiding. It's like, where's Waldo?
Police arrest protesters outside McConnell's office. Capitol Police arrested protesters Wednesday in a hallway at the Russell Senate office building and outside Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell's office. Protesters were demonstrating against the Parker government shutdown. Well,
Because he also has the power to put a bill forward and pass it to have them open the government, but he says he won't until the president.
we're gonna see this fuck thing in a second. Here we go.
Huh.
Oh, that
Oh,
guy.
you sound like you're defeated.
That guy.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean,
I hate that guy.
dude, it's the
Crime?
thing.
So really, this is about crime.
Okay.
This is all about crime.
Dude, okay,
This
so
this is what it's about. This is what he's. I'd like to see numbers on
which
crime.
which makes no sense because if you're not paying people, oh, by the way, you know this affects those in federal prisons, so guards. So federal prison guards aren't getting paid. We talked about the coastal guard. They fight crime, right? I could have swore they fight. I totally no, they do. TSA agents, they're not getting paid. What do they do?
I guess they're fighting. This is from New York Vulture. This is I've written on Don Winslow of Republic Border. It says I write fiction about border crime, but unlike Trump, I tell the truth.
Yeah.
For our week-long series on crime fiction, we asked two writers to reflect on the ethics of depicting violent crimes in their novels. Below, Don Winslow, who has helped trilogy, concludes next month with the publication of The Border, distinguishes between his depictions of brutal border crime and the current administration's concocted emergency. Lead author and New York contributing editor Adam Steinberg's essay here. And then we'll get to that in a sec. Concocted emergency. That's the thing. Let's talk about a real emergency. People are still dying from opiate overdose, like at an unheard of rate. Fentanyl is running rampant in the streets. People are. I know someone from a bar that I frequent that thought they were doing some cocaine and it was fentanyl, laced with fentanyl, and they're dead. And so, no, I mean, I don't do cocaine anymore. Anyway, it's just, too old and it makes me feel so shitty the next day. But you could be, anybody could just think they don't know, and you don't have safe injection sites, you don't have testing area. We should be able to test our drugs. We should legalize drugs. We should have, the opiate crisis is a real crisis. There's so many real crises happening, and yet our president is focusing on this crime at the border, this border crime.
Which is false.
Well,
It's
yeah.
crime at the border. They're just throwing stuff out there. Just another fear scare tactic. People are going to be homeless.
Yeah,
People are
they're work for our government.
and then you know what happens? Desperate times call for desperate measures. Why do you think people? Yeah, thank you. It trickles down. Well, my family's got to eat, so I'm going to have to rob or do something in order so my family can eat. You know, so you're not fighting crime. It's the opposite.
creating
You're
crime.
creating crime.
So,
You're a crime creator.
here's this guy who says, I write crime fiction. For over 20 years, the primary focus of that fiction has been on the war on drugs, particularly as it played out in the world of Mexican cartels. That being the case, I've researched and written about an extremely violent world. Now I see that world portrayed in the news every day, its elements distorted and rearranged into fictional emergency on the border. That image doesn't reflect the reality I've come to know, the reality that I've tried to bring to the reader. When you're writing about violence based on real events, you're faced with two stark choices, both of them different. You can either sanitize the descriptions to avoid the risk of exploitation and sensationalism and intellectual experience for the reader, or you can write it graphically and realistically to bring the reader close to the actual experience. As I've wanted my readers to see and understand the real-life consequences of our war on drugs, I've usually chosen the latter. Not without misgivings. There's a thin line with no bright white light, no concrete border, if you will, between realistic depictions of violence and mere titillation, the pornography of violence. And I've danced on that line, and perhaps at times I've crossed it. Time and time again, editors would write me notes complaining that the certain scene was too much or over the top. My response was always the same. I agree, but that's what really happened. In the novels, The Power of the Dog, The Cartel, and now The Border, I never wrote an incident of violence that hadn't actually occurred. On numerous occasions, I refrained from writing about real events because they were too horrible. I just didn't have the heart, or so excessive in their sadism that I thought readers would simply not believe them. The research was tough. I would spend entire days and weeks poring over vivid reports, autopsy photos, and atrocity videos, aware at times that all the people I saw were brutalized were human beings and not mere grist for my fictional mill. I'm not soliciting sympathy here. Journalists in Mexico have been murdered telling this story. What I'm trying to say is that the people who write about this subject, either in fiction or journalism, take it seriously and feel it deeply. I may leave the war on drugs, but it will never fully leave me. This goes beyond the ethics of writing about violence. It goes to the topic of fiction and truth. My responsibility as a crime fiction writer is to bring the reader into a world that he or she couldn't otherwise enter, or to show it from different perspectives. While I am definitely writing fiction and embrace rather than flee that description, I try to make my books realistic. When I take the reader into this world, it has to be a real world. The characters are fictional, although often inspired by real people, or more often a melange of real people. Their thoughts and feelings are fictional, although often drawn from interviews in which real people have expressed them. And the events are arranged into dramatic structure, a fictional narrative that I nevertheless hope reveals underlying truths. So that's what I've done for over 20 years in writing about drugs, addiction, cartels, Mexico, America, and our common border. And then, come 2016, enter Trump's, Bannons, and Millers of the world, cynics who use real events to create a story about a threat that doesn't exist. Their fiction has nothing to do with truth. The technique is similar. They take real events and then connect the dots to construct a narrative. They take actual crimes, it's undisputed that illegal immigrants have committed gruesome crimes in the United States, and string them together to create a world that isn't real. The individual components might be accurate, but the composite picture is warped, to say the least. You might call it fake news. Witness Trump's recent televised address to the nation. Quote, America, America's heart broke the day after Christmas when a young police officer in California was savagely murdered in the cold blood by an illegal alien just came across the border. In California, an Air Force veteran was raped, murdered, and beaten to death with a hammer by an illegal alien, along with a long criminal history. In Georgia, an illegal alien was recently charged with the murder for killing, beheading, and dismembering his neighbor. In Maryland, MS-13 gang members who arrived in the United States as unaccompanied minors were arrested and charged last year after viciously stabbing and beating a 16-year-old girl. These are all real incidents. They are tragic and terrible, and all the perpetrators should be tried and punished. The incidents are true, but the resulting narrative is false. The truth is that illegal immigrants commit crimes at the rate of 1/5 that of native-born Americans. It would be simple, 5 five-finger exercise for any writer to construct a narrative about native-born Americans that would create an overall picture of a violent criminality and a genuine threat to our safety. Far from trying to avoid sensationalism, Trump's rhetoric intensifies it for dramatic purposes. Savagely murdered in cold blood, raped, murdered, and beaten to death, killing, beheading, and dismembering. Emphasis mine. Instead of eschewing exploitation, Trump is precisely and intentionally exploiting victims of horrible crimes for his political purposes. I've wrestled with the exploitation issue in my own work. Have I exploited victims to create my fiction? Perhaps, but I hope that on balance, I've used these incidents to speak important truths about the war on drugs. The narrative that Trump and his allies create is a flat-out lie about chaos on the border. When people who live there, as I do, have reported the opposite. Not an invading horde of rapists and murderers. Most of those in the caravan are fleeing rape and murder. Not a rise in illegal immigration. It's been going down for years. Not the daily slaughter of our citizens by illegal immigrants, but murders that are far more often committed on our own. Not, of course, Trump's narrative disguises the biggest lie of all, that Mexico is responsible for the drug problem. The hard truth is that we are. That America's per capita consumption of illegal drugs is 5 times the global average. That every year we send tens of billions of dollars in cash south across the border. Money that has fueled violence and that has killed more than 100,000 Mexicans. Trump Canadians never talk about that. Far from trying to elucidate the truth from fiction, in the fiction of the truth. That was written by John Woodstock, who wrote a new book in his trilogy called The Border, and he's really writing about border stuff.
Yeah.
It's our fault. We're the drug addicts.
The boogeyman.
It's
Oh,
us.
and the thing is, cargo is how usually drugs come in, like through ships and what have you. It's not actually through the border. Majority of the time, how drugs are usually put here into the States. And by the way, that's kind of bullshit anyway, because who are the biggest drug pushers? The
Pharmaceutical companies. Right. So the war on drugs that we should be perpetuating is not at our border. It's against the opiates that are being made and that are lacing all of our drugs now, that are killing people.
Exactly. But the thing is, people aren't going to talk about that because they're in the pockets of a lot of Democrats and Republicans. So they get their money from these people. This is why we shouldn't have money in politics, period. You would hear a lot more about the pharmaceutical companies poisoning people, but money talks. Money definitely talks. So, but I even just read a story recently about really sad. These parents, they were, I guess they were doing something with drugs. They're selling it, and they had fentanyl. And their little girl got into the fentanyl and overdosed and died.
Remember the little boy
The pool.
Yeah, he was at the pool and he got a fentanyl patch stuck to him at some point, and then it came up that he still died.
Died. Yep.
Overdose.
Now fentanyl it's a pharmaceutical drug, so I don't think.
But they've been making carfentanil now, and they're making it in like China and stuff, and sending it over here, and it's crazy. This was a recent tweet from the idiot. Trump says Republicans to focus border wall sales pitch on crime. President Donald Trump offered his fellow Republicans a new slogan in their fight for border wall funding that shut down parts of the government for 32 days. Build a wall and crime will fall. Trump said Wednesday today on Twitter, "This is the new thing for 2 years until the wall is finished." Now of the Republican Party. The new approach signals a return to focus on Trump's claim that the lack of physical barrier along the southern border results in crime. After a short period where the White House sought to cast the situation as humanitarian crisis that the wall could help rectify, Trump's comments came as the partial U.S. government shutdown continued to report 800,000 federal workers with the likelihood they would miss a second consecutive paycheck. Trump wants Congress to authorize $5.7 billion in taxpayer money to build a wall.
No.
Billion?
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
5.7 billion?
Yeah.
We
And that,
we could have everyone go, we could forgive everyone's college loans. We could give everyone free secondary education. We could like, wow.
but that's not even the majority. That's not even going to pay for the whole wall. That's just the starting
I
price.
don't understand.
But
I
but
don't
even at that 5.7
Is
billion,
this a joke? Is this real? Am I awake right now?
no, I've been slapping myself
like,
since
this is
2016. I'm still here.
This is a joke. 5.7 billion in taxpayer money. I'm never paying taxes again.
You see now,
How dare? How dare?
yeah. I mean, you see why a lot of people are not for the wall, right? The majority of Americans are not for the wall. It's just those stupid inbred races that are just so just I don't even want to
But
say unintelligent.
Here's the thing: is that Democrats have offered 1.3 billion to boost border security and staff.
That yes, that was
That makes sense, but
but that was that was earlier in 2018 with the DACA. So they were trying to make a deal, and
trying
he
to
said,
make a deal.
and so he said no.
That's how deals work.
And so now, fast forward to where we are now with the government shutdown.
I can't.
So this is before the Democrats took power back in.
But that's a hand. Like, you can't take the handshake deal. Your $5.7 billion idea is a pile of dog shit, and we don't like it. But what we're gonna do is beef up the people. You know, and I understand $1.3 billion to sports and energy, but that's actually job creation, and I'm down. I'm down with that kind of job creation. If you want what you want people to, who's gonna build the wall? Like, you're gonna hire migrant workers.